We're here with Billy Hendricks. Thanks for coming in. You were wrongfully convicted in 1989 for the murder of Ricky Wolf. You, along with Scott Schaefer, and now in a joint effort, you guys are proceeding forward to get exonerated of this after 30 years of dealing with this and having this stigma of being a murderer out there in the public, and obviously it hurts, as Scott had said during his interview, that he's looking for better jobs and looking for things like that. You always have to disclose that. So tell us a little bit about that and why you're happy that you've got to this point so far.
Well, like the job thing, it's hard to, on the applications they ask you if you've ever been convicted of a felony, and I really don't want to lie to them, you know what I mean? So, when it comes up, I try to explain, what the deal was. And
is that hard? I mean, is that hard for people when they say, well, Jesus, it's not like, you got to explain?
Well, it's only came up a few times because, some people didn't even ask about it, and some people did, you know what I mean? Because I've gotten jobs through friends so far that have already explained to the people, what the deal is. And
all right, but you're happy to move forward now and try to get this all gone and over with?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely happy. It's just, some people believe that we're murderers, and some people believe we don't, and I don't know who's who. You know what I mean? It's some people want to be nice, and some people just walk by. You
right.
know.
And as far as Scott Schaefer pushing the issue so far, are you happy about that he's continued to stay on the ground?
Of course I am, because I didn't do it. I was caught up in my own little world, and I was content to, I was locked up, and I was content there, you know what I mean? I was just trying to live day by day, and I figured, it's hard to get out of jail, get a life sentence overturned. Right. It's very hard.
Which leads me to the next question is that you have and provided us with the actual time slip of the day of this crime, that you were nowhere near there, and right. You were working. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my dad told me, he didn't tell me this right away, but he told me later that the state police detectives were at my work at Susquehanna before they arrested us. They had all this information already, and they did whatever they did with it, you know what I mean?
And it shows, just explain what it actually showed.
Well, it showed that I signed for UPS deliveries in the afternoon around 2:30, which Hummel testified that I was with him at that time. And then I have work slips that show that I signed, that show that I was at work. Then I have the secretary's work records that shows, and my time card. 4 things to show I was at work.
And you, in a previous interview with us, had said you weren't as forgiving as Scott Schaefer was with the Hummel admitting to lying under oath and admitting to all the lies that he told during the hearing. So yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I'm not as forgiving as Scott is, but, Rob and I were friends at one time, you know what I mean? And I just can't see friends doing this to friends, because that's like killing Scott and I, you know what I mean? He took our lives, and I just can't forgive for that.
And now with this all coming forward and various projects on the way, does it seem like it's a whole different world for you now?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's nice for people to see what's really going on, and how the system is, and the system isn't fair. I mean, it's not fair for everybody, and the cards were stacked against us from the start.
And now 30 years later, you're hoping that system has changed, obviously, and will give you guys the opportunity to get in there and say, this is the reasons.
Well, I'm hoping it's changed, or we're going to change it. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, and thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you.